In prior sessions, we've looked at why it is important to develop and operationalise a proportionate and effective anti-bribery compliance system and discuss the key elements that such systems are comprised of. In this session, I'll conclude this series by commenting on how anti-bribery compliance systems can fit in with other compliance systems. Bribery and corruption issues can have similar root causes to and intersect with other compliance and sustainability challenges like money laundering, sanctions, and human rights issues. For example, a lack of government accountability and transparency creates the conditions for bribery and corruption by preventing scrutiny of how public officials use and direct resources, while also facilitating human rights abuses by watering down the consequences for such abuses. Also, participants in corrupt schemes often attempt to launder the means and proceeds of bribery to disguise their criminal conduct. In recognition of these intersections, there are a growing number of initiatives that address the nexus between bribery and corruption and compliance and sustainability issues. For instance, several countries are considering or adopting novel anti-kleptocratic measures, and Australia, Canada, the European Union, the UK and the US have adopted sanctions programs targeting individuals and entities involved in grand corruption and human rights violations. As a consequence of all of this, the compliance procedures necessary to identify and mitigate bribery and corruption, human rights, money laundering, sanctions and other compliance issues overlap. Across the board, these are likely to include a strong tone from the top, appropriate governance, risk assessment, due diligence, and strong training and communication programs. Given these intersections, while each compliance area needs to be managed in accordance with any legislative or regulatory requirements or guidance, businesses should consider how anti-bribery and corruption policies and procedures can be integrated with other compliance policies and procedures, looking for efficiencies and synergies. For instance, it may be most effective to assess overlapping risks and train employees on intersecting risk issues at the same time. By removing compliance silos and engaging with different compliance professionals, organisations are able to have a more holistic view of compliance management and a broader range of experience and skills which can be leveraged from both an efficiency and substantive risk management perspective. On that note, we'll end this series. On behalf of the UN Global Compact Network Australia, I thank you for taking the time to view this series. We hope you found it interesting and informative, and that you feel better equipped to tackle the compliance challenges facing your business. If you'd like to learn more about anti-bribery compliance issues, both the Global Compact Network Australia and the Bribery Prevention Network publish a range of useful resources on their websites.